Yo, real talk. Most guys spend years trying to figure out women, and they still can't hold a conversation for more than 3 minutes without it getting weird, awkward, or completely falling apart. And the crazy part, it's not because they're bad people. It's not because they're ugly or broke or boring. It's because nobody ever taught them the one thing that actually matters when it comes to female psychology. And today that changes. Because in the next 10 minutes I'm gonna break down something so simple, so overlooked, so criminally underrated, that by the time this video ends, you're gonna look back at every conversation you've ever had with a woman and think, bro, I had it all wrong. So don't skip, don't fast forward, stay locked in. Because what I'm about to share, this is the stuff that actually works in real life. Here's the truth that nobody in the dating advice space wants to admit. Women don't connect through information. They don't connect through compliments. They don't connect because you said something smooth, or wore the right outfit, or drove the right car. Women connect through feeling, through emotional resonance, through that invisible, unspoken energy that tells her, this guy is different. This guy actually sees me. And the wild thing is, you don't need hours to create that feeling. You don't need a perfect setting or a rehearsed line. You need 3 intentional, focused, psychologically aware minutes. That's it. 3 minutes. And I'm gonna walk you through every single one of them. Let's start with minute 1. And this one hits different, because most people think connection starts with talking. It doesn't. It starts with presence. Full, undivided, locked-in presence. And I know that sounds simple. I know you're probably like, bro, I know how to be present. But here's what I'm actually talking about. Not just physically being there. I mean putting your phone face down, not flipped over, not on silent away. I mean making eye contact that communicates something beyond words. That kind of eye contact that says, right now, in this moment, you are the only person who exists in my world. That level of presence. Because think about it. We live in a world where everyone is half distracted. Everyone's checking their notifications, thinking about the next thing they're gonna say, scrolling through their head like it's a feed. So when you show up fully, when your energy is completely anchored in the moment, she feels it, instantly. She doesn't know why. She just knows something is different about you. Your body language alone starts communicating things your words never could. It says, you matter right now. And that phrase, you matter right now, is more powerful than any pickup line, any compliment, any clever text message ever written. Presence is the foundation of all trust. It's not a trick. It's not a technique. It's a gift. And it costs you absolutely nothing to give it. Now here's something important I need you to hear before we move to minute 2. The reason most guys never get past surface-level conversations with women is because they're focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on being interesting instead of finding interesting. They're so worried about how they're coming across that they completely miss the person right in front of them. And women feel that. They feel when someone is performing for them versus when someone is genuinely present with them. So the shift you need to make starting today is to stop trying to impress her and start trying to understand her. That one shift alone will change everything about the way you connect with people. And speaking of which, if this video is already speaking to something in you, if you're sitting there like, bro, nobody ever broke this down for me like this, do me a favor real quick and hit that subscribe button. Seriously, we drop videos every single week on psychology, confidence, emotional intelligence, and real human connection. Not the surface level stuff, the deep stuff, the stuff that actually changes how you move through the world. So hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's keep going. Because minute 2 is where it gets really good. Minute 2, curiosity. And not the fake kind. Not the, oh wow, that's so interesting kind, where you're just waiting for your turn to speak. I mean genuine curiosity, the kind where you actually care about the answer. The kind that comes from a place of wanting to know who this person really is underneath all the surface stuff. Because here's what happens when most guys run out of things to say, they panic. They get in their head, they start talking about themselves to fill the silence, and the conversation slowly dies. But when you replace that panic with curiosity, everything changes. Instead of what do you do for work, you ask what's been living rent-free in your head lately. Instead of what's your favorite movie, you ask what's something that used to scare you that doesn't anymore. Simple words, but they open up something completely different. They open up her inner world. And when you ask questions like that, when you go beyond the surface, she looks at you differently. Because nobody does that. Everybody's out here asking the same boring, safe, predictable questions. But you're asking about her feelings, her thoughts, her depth. And that tells her something powerful, that you care about who she actually is, not just what she looks like or what she does for a living. And here's the golden rule that comes with curiosity. After she answers, don't make it about you. Don't jump in with your story. Don't compare your experience to hers. Just listen, nod, ask a follow-up. What made you feel that way? Or how long have you felt like that? That's emotional intelligence in action. And women respond to emotional intelligence like a magnet responds to metal. It's not optional. It's biology. It's psychology. It's real. Now let's talk about minute 3. And this one is the one that separates the real ones from the ones who are just going through the motions. Minute 3 is about authenticity. And I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but hear me out. Authenticity in a conversation means you stop filtering yourself. You stop asking yourself, how does this make me look, before every sentence. You stop performing a version of yourself that you think she wants to see, and you just show up. Real, raw, honest. If something she said genuinely moved you, say it. Honestly, that actually hit me. If you don't know the answer to something, admit it. I've never really thought about it that way. If you're nervous, you don't have to announce it, but don't hide it either. Because vulnerability, real vulnerability, isn't weakness. It's courage wearing a disguise. It takes far more strength to say this is who I am than to walk around pretending you have everything figured out. And when she senses that you're genuine, when she can feel that your kindness and your curiosity and your words are coming from a real place, her guard drops. Not because you charmed her, not because you impressed her, but because you made it safe for her to be real too. And that safety, that emotional safety, that's where real connection lives. That's where friendship becomes something deeper, something meaningful, something that lasts. Here's what I need you to carry with you when this video ends. Connection is never ever about time. It's about truth. You can spend 3 hours with someone and never once reach their heart. Or you can spend 3 intentional, fully present, genuinely curious, authentically honest minutes and leave an impression that stays with her for years. That's the psychology of connection. That's the formula. Presence, curiosity, authenticity. When those 3 things come together in a conversation, something almost magical happens. The walls come down, the performance stops. 2 human beings actually see each other. And in a world that is more distracted, more disconnected, and more surface level than it has ever been before, that kind of moment is not just rare, it's revolutionary, it's healing, it's the kind of thing people crave without even being able to name what they're craving. So here's your homework. Next conversation you have, whether it's a female friend, someone you're interested in, or just a person you meet today, bring your full presence, kill the distractions, make the eye contact, ask the deeper question, and when they answer, just listen, really listen. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Just be there, be real, be you. Because here's the thing about genuine connection. It doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to be present. And that is something every single one of you watching this video is capable of starting right now, today, in your very next conversation. People will forget what you said. They'll forget what you wore, what you drove, what you ordered. But they will never forget how you made them feel. And if you make someone feel truly seen, truly heard, and truly valued in just 3 minutes, that is the most powerful psychological impact one human being can have on another. That is the real secret of female psychology. That is what turns a forgettable interaction into a lasting connection. And now, you know it. Alright, before you go, drop a comment below and tell me which minute hit the hardest for you. Was it presence, curiosity, or authenticity? I read every single comment and I want to know where you're at. If this video gave you something real today, hit that like button. It takes 1 second and it helps more people find this content. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe right now, turn on notifications, because next week we're going even deeper. We're talking about the specific psychological triggers that make women emotionally invested in a person. And trust me, you do not want to miss that one. I'll see you in the next video. Stay real. Peace.